Hi, everyone. Having a sense of humor makes everything a little bit easier. And I'm hoping that this unit, Unit 4, can make you stop and look around and maybe find some laughs in life. And to kind of help you to that end, I have tried to link some files that maybe can give you a smile or two. This unit is called Sense of Humor. It's our fourth sense. We've already talked about the sense of place, sense of self, and sense of purpose. And so sense of humor is a little bit of a buffer for us because this last unit really is a 6-week unit, 7 if you count the end of the class and finals week. You probably will have to use all 6 weeks or 7 weeks to make sure your paper is the best it can be. A sense of humor is actually a sign of intelligence, in my opinion. And it's a sense of reasoning, and that's why humor is so effective. Because often what comedians will do is they will take a look at what people usually think, and then they will turn it on its head. And they will try to present something in an ironic way. And it makes us laugh. It makes us realize that a lot of what we consider serious in life, if you just stop and think about it, it starts to become a little bit less daunting. And I hope that's true for this paper. This final paper, I'm giving it a big fancy name. I'm calling it a Capstone Scholarly Study. Now, a capstone is what sits atop an arch. And so back in the days of the Romans, the time of the Bible, arches were the key to their architectural wonders. And sometimes we talk about the cornerstone as being the most important thing. And of course, you need a solid foundation. But I really personally like to think of Christ as our capstone. Because what happens is you have this amazing arch, and it's a doorway to walk through, and that arch is supported by a stone on top. Without that stone, the entire arch will collapse. And that stone at the top is feeling intense pressure, and that's what holds it in place, and that's the laws of physics. Some of you are far more versed in those than I am. Just know that my goal for you is to have an experience at the end of this writing course that helps you as you're moving forward and ties everything together. So far, we've done description and narration and exposition where you present information, and you've also done analysis where you looked at a story and you started to pull things apart. With a study, no matter what field you're in, you want to look at the world around you and gather data. Well, to do this, you start with a question, a research question. It should be something that you're curious about, something that makes you motivated to go out and do research. So this unit will be 6 weeks long, and actually Unit 4 is 3 weeks, and then Unit 5 is 3 weeks, but altogether we're building this capstone study. Most people just call it a research paper or a term paper, but I used to hear those words and I was put off. I didn't like research papers or term papers. It just seemed like an exercise in school that was there to kill time. This should be something that drives you forward, and hopefully you find something that you're really interested in that maybe you can pursue in other classes that you take at Concordia and beyond. Now, this capstone study, this research paper, involves 7 stages. And it's important that you pay attention to the deadlines. The deadlines will come fast and furious. The first deadline is coming up at the end of the first week, at the end of Unit 4, Week 10, which is the first week of Unit 4. And at the end of that week, you need to know basically what your topic is. If you change your topic in a reasonable amount of time, I absolutely understand that, but at a certain point, you have to press forward. You can't constantly hesitate and wonder what your topic should be. So I have the instructions not only in the syllabus, but also in a special folder called Final Paper. And that's on the left-hand side of your Blackboard uh, course page. You should be able to find it. And in that folder, you have the guidelines for this capstone study. You also have some folders that are actually places to submit your portions, your stages of the paper. And I want to make sure you're submitting in the right place and that you look for it. We will be having our live session to explain things again to make sure it's all clear. And I will be recording that, so you'll be able to watch that as a longer video. But this video is already a little bit longer than I wanted. Just want to remind you that we have our usual usage quizzes during this Unit 4. And we also have discussion board postings, and you'll do your blog post and your debrief at the end of the unit. So all of the main pieces are still in place. So I hope you'll keep your sense of humor, and if you come across something funny, I'd love it if you would share with me too, because I need a laugh once in a while as well. God bless your study, and I look forward to seeing you again.